book was 26 pages. You can't hold space for two women for 26 damn pages. Be for real, guys. But we're just not in that place yet, I guess. I guess in the author and the book world, we're just not there yet. But let's be for real. How many authors have you guys seen come and go in the last, let's not even say 10, 5, 2 years? There are a lot of authors that started off super passionate, super excited, super I have a story to tell. The little nitpicky isms and schisms, y'all done ran some of your favorite authors up off the damn typewriter. Guys, I'm French Allsbrooks. I'm back with a book review. This book that I read is called Rewards. It is part of the Currency collection, and it is by Emma Cline. Now, I read this book because I decided to read a few books in this series. So I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and give it a shot because I try to at least stick to the series when I'm reading different books. So I did read that I would be doing this anyway by Gia Tolentino. I also read Cruel Work by Justin Torres. But this book here, it was 26 pages. It came out February 25th of 2021. It's ranking in the top 100 for literary short stories, so that'll do it for me once I see that a book is ranking. I had never read a book by Emma Cline, so I was not familiar with her or her writing style. Now, the book description says Carrie and Paula are strangers with something rotten in common. The annoying Devlin brothers. Carrie is an investor whose expertise is dismissed on the entrepreneurial reality show that shot the boys to fame. Paula is the boys' accommodating neighbor who has suffered their ingratitude for years. The world is wide open for the Devlins after their overnight success, but for Carrie and Paula, for all it's worth, they're coming face to face with the maddening business of being a woman. Now, for Carrie, with her being an investor, I noticed how dismissive her coworkers were to her, and it was sad because it was like the Devlin boys, their invention that they were coming with. I want to say it was like a keg that lets you know what stage the beer or the wine is in into being done. And while that kind of sort of sounds interesting if you're a wine connoisseur or something like that, a beer person, well, that sounds cool. It kind of sort of felt like nobody was really interested in the product until Carrie opened up saying that she was. And Carrie literally was only interested in the product because one of the Devlin boys reminded her of this man she used to hunch on in college. So it wasn't even like she was really all that. She wasn't even really all that interested in them because of their product. But it got to the point where it felt like as soon as Carrie showed the slightest amount of interest, one of her male colleagues were like, yeah, so I can offer you more. I can do this. I can do that. And the Devlin boys really went with them. And while, yeah, they're supposed to go for whatever opportunity works best for them, it just kind of seemed like Carrie was really slighted. And as far as Paula goes, Paula has witnessed these boys be annoying as shit before they were even able to wipe their ass properly. I feel like I'm not that place of life yet where I've watched my neighbors' kids grow up. I'm currently, I think, the youngest person on my street. And since that's the case, there really are no kids outside for my kid to play with. So I pay for things like an Urban Air subscription and stuff like that so my kid can have interaction with other children and so she can go to gymnastics and things like that. But I wonder what that's like having a next door neighbor and their kids are like insufferable. Their kids are like super annoying. I remember my dad being like, "Oh my god, the kids up the street are so effing annoying," and da 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 da. Like I haven't experienced that yet. Maybe I'm not old enough to yet, or maybe like I just don't live in a community enough where there are children. But I feel like everyone kind of gets to a place in life where they do experience it. Like that one neighbor that you're just like, bruh, if you don't do something about your kids are out here throwing rocks at my dog. They're leaving trash in the yard. Can you do something? I really didn't have too much feedback, I guess, on this book. I did feel like it was like a 4.5 star read just because it talked on a subject that definitely needs to be discussed. Women are still left out of the conversation on a lot of things. Women are still treated like we are still treated like our input is just all emotional driven at times. Are there some people that function strictly on emotions? Yes. Are there some people that are strictly focusing on logic? Yes. But that is not a gender specific thing. So it's like trying to negate someone's experience just off of, oh, she's probably having one of her womanly days. That is lame and that is corny. So I would recommend this book. I would recommend it for sure. I think it gave what it was supposed to. The book is 26 pages. Like, it wasn't one of those books where I was like, oh my God, this is terrible. Oh my God, this is whatever. So I do have a habit now of whenever I do go ahead and read a book, I do have a habit of like, let me go to the comment section, or not even the comments. Let me go to the reviews and let me see what people are thinking. For y'all to have this book as a 3.2 out of 5-star read, I really feel like that's not justified. And I really wanted to know, like, where is this coming from? So I decided to keep up the trend that I did with the book that I would have been doing this anyway by was it Emma Cline, or did I listen, it was by Gia, excuse me. This book is by Emma Cline. So I kind of sort of started to wonder, like, where are these lower reviews coming from? So I saw a few, and it says every page was depressed and depressing. None of the characters seemed to have any depth. What they had only involved anger and lack. I don't think that was the case. I feel like it really more so came from acknowledging, being wronged, sitting in your feelings and in acknowledging your feelings, not being so, yeah, I got slighted at work for the 15th time this month. Fuck it. I'm going to go home and read the newspaper and try and act like it didn't happen. I think that's part of our issue in society is we don't allow people time to actually process their feelings. Everything is so fast paced and everything is so, oh, get over it. Oh, get over it. Oh, you shouldn't be in your feelings. This book was 26 pages. You can't hold space for two women for 26 damn pages. Be for real, guys. Be for real. So I don't agree with that 1-star rating at all. The next one says unable to read, unreadable, must be a glitch. Was looking forward to the book. Hopefully this improves. If not, the entire process is exhausting. I don't know what this individual is referring to. If you felt like there was a glitch, you probably should have just returned the book back to Amazon, then re-downloaded it. You guys, it's not that whatever. And it also goes back to this issue that I have with readers. If there was a glitch with the book, do you think that it's the author's fault? Or do you think it's an issue with Amazon? Does the author deserve a 1-star review because there was a glitch? Or do you think you could have reached out to Amazon's customer service like, hey, I just purchased this book. Can you help me get the book? Like, it's not like Amazon doesn't have customer service. They have it, guys. They really do have it. I've called, I've spoken to them, I've emailed them, I've instant chatted with them. I promise you, it's not on the author. There's even a thing that's happening right now with books that are being shipped from Amazon of some authors are getting their author copies mailed to them. It's a book of urban fiction that they've written, but in the middle of it, it's 3 pages of somebody else's book entirely. Is that effed up? Yes, it's effed up for the reader. It's effed up for the author. But you don't leave a 1-star review on the book because it's not the author's fault. What do you do in situations like that? You reach out to Amazon and let them know. Clearly, there was a print issue. That's kind of what you do. But we're just not in that place yet, I guess. I guess in the author and the book world, we're just not there yet. And why does it matter? Because after enough 1-star reviews, for things that are not in the author's control, some authors literally say, you know what, F it. I'm done writing. I'm not interested in writing. And maybe you'll sit here and you'll take a book with a ton of 1-star, 2-star reviews. Then you get to another book that maybe they published 3 years before. And then you're like, oh my God, I really enjoyed this book by them. How come they're not writing anymore? because you probably crushed their damn spirit for something that wasn't in their control. And I'm not speaking that into existence for this author, but let's be for real. How many authors have you guys seen come and go in the last, let's not even say 10, 5, 2 years? There are a lot of authors that started off super passionate, super excited, super I have a story to tell. The little nitpicky isms and schisms, y'all done ran some of your favorite authors up off the damn typewriter. Bottom line, like, it's the reality of it. I'm not sure if readers aren't aware. Maybe you guys just don't give a shit. I don't know. There are so many other books and authors out there. It's a thin line because do we need reviews? Absolutely. Reviews help readers, reviews help authors, reviews help in all ways, shapes, and forms. With that being said, if you're going to leave a review critiquing or criticizing the work that the author has produced, that is fine as long as what you are critiquing was within the author's control. That is all that I'm saying. The next one, it says, complain, complain, complain. OMG, the best part of this book was when it was finished. This is one self-centered, unhappy, and negative lady. I have a feeling that if she were the prettiest, most popular billionaire and world traveler, she'd still be miserable and think she'd been dealt an unjust hand in life. Not recommended. The next one says, waste of time, whiny, and coding. I wouldn't recommend this to anyone. It is just disconnected stories of people and their lives. No confusion to the storylines. Did you mean no connection? I don't know. And this brings up another point. Y'all be ridiculous as hell in some of these book reviews. Y'all will be like, there was a spelling error. There was a grammatical error. Whole time you'll read the review and you'll be like, what the hell were you trying to say? Okay, so out of the 1-star reviews that I've seen that actually is leaving a explanation as to why they left such a low rating, maybe y'all just not people that like to hold space for other individuals. That is the consensus I'm walking away with because again, the book was 26 pages. It took all of maybe a half hour to listen to if you were listening to it at like the 1.25 speed or whatever that they have in the little Kindle listener thing. I don't know. For me, the book was a 4-star read. Highly recommend reading another book by this author. Like I said, I had never read a book by this author, so I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what to think. But this author has a ton of books out there. I definitely plan on reading more books by them. We shall see what happens. It says Emma Cline is from California. Her fiction has appeared in the New Yorker, Tin House, Granta, or is it Granta, in the Paris Review. And she was the winner of the 2014 Plimpton Prize from the Paris Review. Her novel, The Girls, was a finalist for the first novel prize, a National Book Critics Circle Award, and the LA Times Book Prize, and was the winner of the Shirley Jackson Award. So, I think it's important to read things like that in the author's bios just because it shows you really should not let 1-star reviews define you. You should not let 1-star reviews be the reason why you're like, you know what, I'm not going to write. Maybe you got to sit back and you got to take a break. Maybe you have to rethink through what it is that you're writing. Are you actually marketing to the target audience that you're intending to? 1, 2, 3, even 5 1-star reviews does not dictate how far your work of art can go. It really can go. You can win awards. Even, you know that phrase where it's like, it doesn't matter how big and juicy the berry, the mango, the whatever is going to be. You're going to have some asshole that doesn't like it. That is really what's happening with books. You're always going to have someone that doesn't like it. There were probably people that when Shakespeare was writing, they were probably like, this is trash. And the whole time, they probably couldn't even put together like a 3-word like poem. They probably couldn't. So you never know. I don't know. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. My favorite X is still for free with Amazon and Barnes and Nobles. It's just my way of saying thank you to the readers that have supported me. The readers that have showed up and been like, you know what, I like this book. The readers that showed up with their 1-star reviews and said they hated this book. You guys helped me to learn that People don't like when characters have blue eyes and then the eyes change to gray in a different lighting, or the gray eyes change to a different, lighting in a different page. You guys helped me learn that. So I guess unless I'm writing a fantasy book, I will never have a character's eyes changing colors again. I guess I just won't do that anymore. So, Trapped by a Tennessee Trapper is available now for pre-order. It is coming out, drumroll, in 2025, so I am super excited about that. Fable is an app that I have been residing and living on. I have found such a great book community on that app. If TikTok does become like banned in America and we don't have like access to it anymore, I easily see it becoming one of those apps where readers do go ahead and congregate to, because it's super seamless. And now they're adding like the ability to talk about TV shows and things on there too. So I really do like that. And I'm going to go ahead and leave the link below for Fable so that you can go ahead. You can use my referral code. You get $5. I get $5. My $5, I won't be shooting it at the strip club, but I will be using it to buy more books. So I'm super excited about that. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next book review. I drop book reviews twice a week now. Pretty consistent. And I'm also coming with books that are on my to be read list. So I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. I hope you enjoy your reading. Bye.